32 scale, so this thing's going to be pretty big. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hearns TV. It's me again, Dan, and I am going to take you through an unboxing video of a really cool model plane. This one I'm actually pretty excited about. This is a legendary aircraft over the modern battlefield. And guys, please, to be meeting the Sukhoi 25 Frogfoot, the A model, the initial model for the Soviet Union and their forces. The Frogfoot, very unfortunately named aircraft, but very tough nonetheless. It has legendary toughness and reliability over many battlefields in the last 40 years or so. This thing was designed for all-weather close air support of ground troops. This thing flies very low to the ground and provides fire support for soldiers against enemy armored vehicles, heavy installations, and anywhere that's got them pinned down, or something that's going to be a problem for advancing troops. These things fly over and make them cease to exist. The Frogfoot was designed from the outset to be very cheap and very easy to maintain, and that it is. It is actually about $6 to $7 million cheaper than its counterpart in the US, the A-10. The Soviet Ministry of Defense came up with the parameters for this thing in the late 1960s. It was 1968, I think, and the Sukhoi 25 first flew in 1975. There were another competitor to win the place for the close air support in the Russian Air Force, which was the Ilyushin 102, which is one of the worst aircraft ever made. I hope they make a model kit for it so I can tell you just how bad the thing was. But I digress. Yeah, the Sukhoi 25 has been remarkably successful. It's been used by the Russian Air Force. It's also used in Azerbaijan, Armenia, Chad, Iraq, several countries all over the world, Ethiopia, several countries all over the world use the Sukhoi 25. So let's take a look at this kit. Now, this is a Trumpeter kit. I've done a couple of Trumpeter videos. If you've been watching, a 32 scale, so this thing's going to be pretty big. And love the box artwork actually on this. I really like it. You can see these obviously looks like the mountains of Afghanistan, where this thing would have done the primary parts of its combat with the Soviet Air Force. So let's have a look, see at everything on the inside. So open it up, and lots of parts, as you can see. Move that over. Now, let's start off. We'll have a quick look at the instructions. Nice big book, black and white. And here we have all of the molds, and obviously putting it together. Quickly skip through it so I can show you all the parts. Yes, you can see it all coming together. Nice booklet, big pages. I like that. Easy to see. Now, before we have a look at the kit as well, I want to show you some of this is the Ordnance. I'll hold it up closer to the camera so you can get a better look at it. All of the different kind of weapons that the Frogfoot can carry. There's a lot of gun pods, as you can see, and rocket pods here. The Russian Air Force relies very heavily on rocket pods, actually, especially for close air support. They rush in, shoot, scoot, and get out of there. There's big, heavy rockets, missiles, guided bombs, and short-range air-to-air missiles. So we'll have a look at those at in the kit in just a moment. And also I want to show you the camouflage patterns too, that come with the decals for this kit. As you can see, I love that. I love this here. That's a really interesting pattern. Actually, it'd be good if you could do it the whole way over on the aircraft. And that's the Czech Air Force. The Czech Air Force has actually retired the Frogfoot from service. And then you have the Russian Air Force there. I love their camouflage schemes, actually. And on the other side, another one for the Czech Air Force and another one for the Russian Air Force as well. And they're so menacing looking, the Eastern Bloc camouflage patterns. Absolutely love them. Now, we'll start by having a look. I'll open box B first. There's a couple of boxes inside of the box that have some of the parts included in it. Yeah. Now, here we have the fuselage of the aircraft. Part 1 and part 2. Beautiful, look at that. You can see fairly sizable kit right there. The air intakes would go here, and this is where the wing roots are. And that's where the cockpit would be, and the tail of the aircraft. So laser designator goes in the front, and it's on the underside. I'll hold this up. This is where the cannon would protrude from there. A twin barrel 30mm cannon on the Frogfoot as its primary internal armament. I'll chuck that down there. Now let's have a look at the wings. The wings of the aircraft. The top, I'll hold them like that. The top and the bottom parts of both of the wings. Out here on the outer parts, just there, could actually, the back part could open out, and they were used as air brakes for the Sukhoi 35. And there were 5 hard points underneath each wing, so 10 in total. Very impressive weapons payload on the Frogfoot as well. Had to carry a lot of bombs and rockets to do multiple passes at targets on the ground to keep their troops safe. Put that back there. Now, what else we got here that I can show you? So you've seen the wings and you've seen the fuselage. Let's have a look. I'll open up this part. And here are the air intakes. This is where they would go against the fuselage of the aircraft, and this is these are the outside parts. Up here, once again, the wing roots, and this is where the landing gear would retract into the body, and the engines on the outside, sorry, just behind them, in these pylons. Very powerful engines on the Sukhoi 25 actually. The Frogfoot had a maximum speed of 975 kilometers an hour, which made it the fastest aircraft of its kind in its class. It's actually 260 kilometers an hour faster than the A-10, its American counterpart. I suppose that high speed getting towards the areas where your troops need the air support from would be a big key factor in the capability of what you would need for this thing to be successful, and also probably getting out of there if you lose air superiority in the area and the opposition's interceptors are coming after you. Another thing I like about this kit actually is you get actual rubber tires. I'll show them to the camera. Actual little rubber tires. I think that's really cool. I'll chuck that just there. And now we'll have a look at, here we have these are the underwing pylons, and these were that are attached under the wings, and this is what the weapons would be attached to and dropped or launched from. Yes, so like I was saying before, there's 10 in total, 5 under each wing. And before we actually have a look at the weapons, I want to show you this. I'll put that back there. See if we can have a look at parts of look inside the cockpit, as you can see here on the interiors just there, and find another part of the cockpit. No, somewhere in there. But anyway, getting back to the cockpit, around the pilot, it had a 27mm thick titanium tub around the pilot to protect it from gunfire. Because once again, these things are very, very fly and operate very close to the ground, where the accurate fire is required to, you know, defend your troops. So anything that can fire a shot at all is going to be pointed directly at you. So you're like a giant bullet magnet for your opposition. And the stories that have come out of Frogfoots taking horrendous amounts of gunfire from the opposition and still being able to fly are legendary and quite amazing, actually. If you should look up some of them on YouTube. Actually, there's a series out called Wings of Russia. If you ever get the chance to watch it, you should. A fantastic, fantastic series. Oh, let's have a look more at some of the flight surfaces before I show you the Ordnance. There's the tail. Here's the tail of the aircraft and the tail planes. Yeah, more of the control surfaces, and here we have panel doors for your landing gear, and also some of the flaps for control of the flight surfaces. Now, the fun part, the armament. I'll just get these out of the way, chuck them over here. Now, have a look. Now, this is just an additional fuel tank, and same here. And then you have here small, probably they look like to be about 150 pounder. Just free fall dumb bombs that no guidance on them. That's why they're called dumb bombs. Here we go, some more. Yeah, the Sukhoi 25 is fairly maneuverable for what it does. So it can have short range, as you can see, short range heat-seeking missiles there. And these are attached to the back here. They pop out, and they're the control surfaces for the larger missiles. Yeah. Now let's have a look at some of the bombs and the rockets. Yeah, now we're talking. Now you're getting to the heavyweight division of things that make you go boom from Russia. You're getting up towards probably about 1,000-pound bombs here, and there you have guided bombs, the TV guided, and more here. This one has, I'll hold this up, you can see the groove cut out there. There would be a clear piece to go in there, which would be the camera at the front. That's probably with the canopy. And I'll show you that a little bit later. And let's have a look. Now, what do we got here? More. Here we have gun pod, dual barrel, I think 23mm. Gun pods could go under the wings. So along with the dual barrel cannon in the nose with two of these, or one under each wing, that's an awful lot of gunfire that you can put into one target. And here we have the openings for the rocket pods. So many different kinds of rockets in the Russian military arsenal as well. They're not just for their jets, but on their helicopters as well, as I'm sure most of you are familiar with the Hind gunship. And here we have more gun pods and more big heavy rockets, and the front part of the rocket pods just there. All right, what else have we got? I can show you. The air intakes. Yeah, these would go on the inside of the air intakes, aspirate the jets, and feed them air, which would lead... Oh, here we go. And here we have the jets, the engines themselves. Just there with all of the, more of the working details there, and at the very back, more parts of the engines. And here we have the turkey feathers at the rear where the exhaust would come out from. And this is the cover for the wheel at the front. I'll hold that up to the camera. As you can see, that goes over the front wheel. So that way, as it's rolling forward, it doesn't flick things off the wheel up under the jet or potentially into the air intakes as well and create FOD or foreign object damage on the engine. Can't lose precious military aircraft to things like rocks and sand. But you'd be surprised how often things like that can happen. Now, and just lastly, I'll give you guys a quick look at the canopy. At the canopy where over the top of the pilot, there was also clear, I think with perspex, something at the front, very thick to help keep the pilot protected. Yeah, all right, done and done. That's the Sukhoi 25 Frogfoot A, guys, 32 scale trumpeter, huge kit. So many pieces, so many pieces. I really, really like the versatility that it has with the weapons package as well. Because on the front of the box, it was just rocket pods, but to open it up and see the myriad of different missiles and gun pods and everything that you could do, different payloads or different missions that you could make for it, that was very, very, very welcome addition, actually. I was very happy to see that. Fantastic kit, guys. We've only got the one in stock at the moment, so if you want it, grab it while it's still here. Cool, cool. Anyway, once again, guys, love it when you tune in and listen to me ramble on about this stuff. I love talking about military gear, especially aircraft. So make sure you like and subscribe and tune in for the next one. I hope to see you in store so we can have a chat. And as always, rock and roll, baby. Hell yeah.